Good morning, children. In the previous class, we have learned how to make compound nouns. Now, we will learn about adjectives and degrees of comparison. So, please take page number 9. Grammar. Read the following sentences and notice the underlined words. It's always quiet in the country. Sometimes it is quieter than today. My grandfather says that our village is the quietest among all the villages in our district. The underlined words are adjectives, but they are in different degrees of comparison. The first one is in positive degree. The second and the third are in comparative and superlative degrees respectively. So if you see the words quiet, quieter and the quietest, these are the underlined words. So quiet is in the positive degree, quieter is in the comparative degree, the quietest is in the superlative degree. So now we have to understand why we should use these degrees of comparison. So in the positive degree, just we say how the thing is, For example, we may say rose is beautiful. So we are saying rose is beautiful. Andanga unni cheptunnam. That is simply positive degree, positive. So whatever if you say something is good, so simple adjective, it is a positive degree. But if we have comparative degree means we compare between two things. So, which is better? Okay. For that we use comparative degree. So, for example, Sita is beautiful. Sita is beautiful. That is positive degree. But Sita is more beautiful than Geeta. See here, comparing between Geeta and Sita. So that's what we have to understand. So now, for example, here, see, Sita is beautiful. This is adjective. Sita is beautiful. So this is positive degree. Positive degree. Positive. Now Sita is more beautiful than Geeta. See here, in the positive degree, we have only one person, Sita. We are saying something about Sita. So whereas in the comparative degree, this is comparative. Comparative degree. So there are two persons, Sita and Geeta. Sita and Geeta. There are two persons. We are comparing between two. Maybe things or whatever, places, whatever we can compare. But there should be two persons or two subjects when you use the comparative. Now, this is more beautiful. More. Now here, Sita is the most beautiful girl in the class. In the class. So here it is the comparison between many. Comparison between many. That's why it's called superlative. Superlative. So the most beautiful girl in the class. So if there are more than two, we use the superlative. We use the superlative degree. That's why here only one subject. There we use only positive degree. We use comparative when there are two subjects. We use superlative only when there are more than two subjects. See here, Sita is the most beautiful girl in the class. Class is what? There are many girls in the class. That's why you can use superlative. You can't use superlative when there are only two persons. For example, Sita and Geeta. You can't say Sita is the most beautiful girl, then Sita, then Geeta. You can't say that. You can't. Only between two, we have only the comparative degree. We have only comparative degree. If there is no other person, we have only the positive degree. We can't use superlative or comparative if there is only one subject. Whereas you can use superlative only when there are more than two subjects. So that you have to understand. Okay. So Sita is beautiful. Sita is beautiful. Positive degree. Sita is more beautiful than Geeta. So there are two persons comparison. Sita is the most beautiful girl in the class. So there are more than two girls in the class. That's why we are using the superlative degree in this sentence. Okay, children. Now we'll see how to form these degrees of comparison. How to make these words. See, first we have positive degree, then we have comparative degree, then we have superlative degree. So first of all, we see here the word dark. Word dark. Here in that is positive degree. In the comparative degree, we are using darker. We are adding only er in the comparative degree. Here we are using darkest, est in the superlative degree. So this is how we form the comparative degree and superlative degree. So this is the positive degree. That means the simple adjective. It is the simple adjective is called positive degree. Then when you add er, it becomes darker, comparative degree. And here we use est, darkest, to form the superlative degree. See how to make like this. See here, when you pronounce, you say the word is, the syllables are only one. Dark. Dark. Dark is a single syllable. Single syllable. అంటే ఒకే అక్షరం లాగా ఉంటుంది అనమాట, ఒక అక్షరం లాగానే. అలా ఉన్నప్పుడు ఎక్కువగా మనం ఈఆర్ ఈఎస్టీ అనే ఒక మాట వాడి దాని కంపారిటివ్ కానీ సూపర్లేటివ్ కానీ ఈఆర్ కలిపితే కంపారిటివ్ అవుతుంది, ఈఎస్టీ కలిపితే అది సూపర్లేటివ్ అవుతుంది అనమాట. ఏది? చిన్న పదాలు. ఆ బ్యూటీ అంటే అడ్జెక్టివ్స్ అనేవి చిన్న పదాలు అయినప్పుడు మనం ER EST సింగిల్ సిలబుల్ అంటాం. మనం వీటిని ఏమంటాం? సింగిల్ సిలబుల్స్. సిలబుల్ అంటే ఏంటిది? ఒకేసారి పలికేటువంటి మాట. we say like, for example, syllables, you understand this. For example, cry is only one letter like pronounce, one sound, so that is why it is called single syllable. Single syllable. So if there is like that, dark is only single syllable. So for single syllables you usually add ER to make comparative, EST to make the superlative degree. Okay children, now we have here cheerful. Cheer, one syllable, full, two syllables. So if the word is two syllables or more, usually we add more before the verb, before the adjective, to make it comparative degree. To make superlative, we use most if the syllables are two or more than two. So that's it. See here, dark only one syllable, and cheerful is there are two syllables. Cheerful, cheerful. So two syllables. So we add more. We keep more before the adjective to make a comparative degree. To make superlative, we add before the adjective most. So this is how we form the adjectives, positive, comparative and superlative degrees. Then one more is there. We have here, for example, the word good. It is a single syllable, but we don't say gooder, because there are some words in English which change completely. That's why good, better, best. See, good, better, best. So there are some few words only like that which change completely. There is no correction. See, it is a good, but completely better is a different word, different word. So there are three kinds of formations. So in three ways we can make the positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degrees. So for example, now on page number 9 you see here small, smaller, smallest, rich, richer, richest, safe, safer, safest, clever, cleverer, cleverest, tall, taller, tallest, bright, brighter, brightest. So in this list, first we are using only the on page number 9. For first form one is just adding ER and EST. So that's how we can make the comparative and superlative degrees. Take page number 10. You see there the words with two or more than two syllables take more and most respectively in the comparative degree and superlative degree. So useful, more useful, most useful, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, interested, more interested, most interested, doubtful, more doubtful, most doubtful, precious, more precious, most precious, delicious, more delicious, most delicious, dreadful, more dreadful, most dreadful, cheerful, more cheerful, most cheerful. So this is the second way of putting more and most. So third, that is unlike the above, some words change completely in other degrees, like much, more, most. That I will give you now. Okay. You can write that, you know, much, more, most. Now already told you good, better, best. Now bad, bad, Worst. Worst. Okay. Now far. Farther. Farthest. Okay, this is how you have to form the positive, comparative and superlative degrees. Okay, you do this and send me in your WhatsApp. Okay, you write other degrees of comparison. Fill the blanks on page number 9 and 10. Okay, children, so learn them and write. Have a nice time.